This area around our pool is our next project. We poured new concrete around the pool last summer, so Andrew's starting off by applying a fresh coat of sealer. This alone helps to make this area look so much better, but we're moving on to a bigger issue, which is this vinyl siding. We've been using this area to store our pool equipment and garden supplies, but a lot of the stuff in this space was actually purchased with the house, so we've never even gone through it. We're starting off by emptying out this garage so we can start moving all of the equipment and supplies that are in that other space into the garage. Again, a lot of the things in this garage was purchased with the house, so this is our first time clearing it out. We found some old sheets of pegboard that were hanging inside of the garage to use to store some of our garden equipment. This is the same pegboard we used in my office upstairs. If you've been around for a while, you might remember that project. Next, Andrew built a simple desk using some repurposed wood, and we got down to hanging everything up. Now let's talk about what exactly we're going to do with the mudroom. We've been considering either finishing this space off as a livable space and making it into a sunroom, or take the siding down entirely and extend the pool area as like a covered porch. After clearing out this space, we noticed that this entire wall is actually built out of doors. So we're definitely leaning towards taking it down entirely, but you can let us know what you think. Ever since last summer when we renovated our pool, the vinyl siding around it has been a topic of discussion, so today it's coming down. If you missed it in my last video, we learned that this entire wall is made out of doors, so we're taking the siding down one door at a time. We've loved reading your feedback in our last video. Some of you guys are just so creative. I love the idea of an outdoor shower, but I don't think we're gonna do that in this space. I'm gonna show you guys what our current plan is. Okay, so as it stands right now, we wanna close in this door and make it into an outdoor kitchen with a little island peninsula. We'll change out the windows, add some flooring, and then I thought it would be so fun to put a projector screen there so we can watch movies while we're in the pool. And then on this side, the concrete steps up, so the ceiling will be too low to finish it off properly, so we're gonna turn it into an extra storage space. The new stairs will come down to here, and then we wanna add speakers and pot lighting into the ceiling, and all the posts are rotted, so we'll be changing those out as well. And that's kind of where we're at right now, so I'm very sorry to disappoint you sunroom enthusiasts, but right now it's a covered porch. I too love the sunroom idea. It's what I wanted from the start. Andrew was on board with it too, but things are just so expensive. It's just the two of us, and we can have a lot of fun with a covered porch. If you're new here or you've missed our recent videos, we're taking down the siding around our pool by popular demand because it's very ugly and it's actually a wall made out of doors, so we're going to turn it into a covered porch. We shared in our last video the plans for this space, so if you haven't seen that, you can go back and watch that video. But after removing the door wall, we learned that all the posts holding the roof up are rotted and needed to be replaced, so that's step one. Besides being rotted, overall the posts and the beams were just undersized for the span and load that they were carrying. It's honestly a miracle that the roof above was even still standing, but that was just one strong DIY door wall.
Just watch, this doesn't come down on your head.
Now some of you will also be very excited to learn that we've taken down the TV antenna from the house. This was another eyesore that came with the house that we've been meaning to get rid of, so we finally hired somebody and it was just time to go. Now we got to start picking finishes for this space and we need help. Do we do a composite decking or an outdoor tile? And please give us ideas of how we can cover this ugly wall. What color should we paint it? And any other ideas you have, you can leave them below. We're back again with an update on the area around our pool. If you remember a few weeks ago, we said that we were going to keep this area enclosed for storage. I showed this inspo photo. Well, the plans changed. One of you commented that more storage is more room for junk, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. Plus, it leaves more room for activities. The next step is removing all of the existing concrete in the space to prepare for the new floor. We're still debating between concrete or composite decking and should probably have a decision by the end of the week. If you were wondering about the posts holding the deck up, this is how deep they were set in concrete. About less than a foot. And while breaking the concrete, we also discovered the passage to the underworld. Another change we made to our design is we purchased a patio door to replace this window here, because on the other side of the wall is another room for storage. I'll explain it more later, but the existing door is going to be relocated and filled in. When removing the brick, we actually found a bunch of old flyers stuffed inside of the cinder blocks, which was really cool to see. And if you guys have any guesses of what year this would have been from, you can let us know. We're finally making headway on this project. I know it's taking a little bit longer than our usual projects, but we've loved reading all your feedback. You guys have been super helpful and you can keep the ideas coming. We've made a ton of progress on the area around our pool, starting with changing this exterior door to a window. So many of you commented that we should have a door that leads directly off the pool to a bathroom, and we actually do. Welcome to the never before seen basement bathroom laundry room. But we're getting rid of the door because it doesn't work for the overall flow of the house, and I explain it more in our recent YouTube video and actually give a little basement tour. So we move that door over to this window so that we have direct access to our garage, which is where our pool panel and all our pool equipment is. It's a little switcheroony of all the doors and windows, but it makes the most sense for the flow of the house. We solved the mystery from our last video about the year of the newspapers. It was 1965, and if you guys guessed that, let me know. Together we finished cutting the concrete for our new floor, and somehow this led into the basement renovation. We're taking down this wall to make our rec room bigger and have direct access to the pool area. It's kind of hard to explain in a short video, but we kissed goodbye to the 1970s basement bar. I'm so sorry if you're disappointed, but I guess this is the start of the basement renovation. So if you want to see more of this project and behind the scenes, I've got a video linked in my bio. 2 months ago, we took down the ugly siding from around our pool to begin the transformation into a covered porch and outdoor kitchen area. You might remember we were trying to decide what to do for the floor after removing the old concrete, and in the end, we decided on composite decking for a variety of reasons. I explained more about that in our recent YouTube videos, but in the end, we went with a gray composite, and I'm really happy that we did. We both love the look of it. It breaks up the space really well, and it matches with the stamped concrete that was already there. Then it was finally time to cover the ugly wall, which is my favorite part. We ended up buying lumber in bulk from a local sawmill. This was significantly cheaper than buying lumber in bulk from a hardware store. It came kiln dried already, we just had to cut it down to size, so together we installed our new board and batten wall. A more detailed video of this process is up on YouTube right now, but let us know what color we should stain or paint this board and batten because we're still not sure. We've been so busy working on this area around our pool, so here's the update. In our last video, we asked you guys for some help on what color we should stain our board and batten, and the #1 most requested color was a blue-gray. That was actually the color we had envisioned for the space as well, so we stained the wall and then moved along to staining all the posts and beams. This makes the whole space feel lighter and brighter, and once the ceiling's done, it's going to be even better. But in the meantime, we also stained the original deck. It feels really good to breathe new life back into this original space, and of course we're using hanging egg chairs. I feel like that's such a given. We have a whole video on our YouTube right now if you'd like to see the behind the scenes of this entire video, but here's a little reminder of what this space used to look like just a few months ago. It was used as a mudroom built entirely out of doors to store garden and pool equipment, and now we're nearly done completely changing this space. There's still a few finishing touches we have to do in this area, but the next video you'll see of this project will be the big reveal, so stay tuned. We're diving into the final part of this pool area renovation by building the stairs. We've spent all summer chipping away at this project, and we're finally tying up the loose ends, starting with the stairs and the handrail. The stair rail kit that we're using is by Peak Products. It's the same system that we used up top with the tempered glass railing. And after installing the stair rail, we installed the white non-vented soffit, also by Peak. This is the most exciting part. I'm sure many of you will agree because that ceiling was not pretty. Here's a reminder of what the space was like 2 years ago when we bought the house. The pool was hidden underneath the deck, which the two of us restored, and started tackling the rest of the backyard. And here we are 2 years later with a working pool and a covered porch. We want to thank you guys for all your feedback with this project. With winter on its way in Canada, we're going to be tackling the outdoor kitchen next spring. You can feel free to leave your ideas for the outdoor kitchen below, and I'm still holding out for a hot tub. If you have a hot tub, do we need one? Give us your feedback.